All right. Well, let me just go ahead and start the episode since we've already had some of the convo. So,
Yeah.
welcome back to the MAJO Podcast, Real, Raw, Unfiltered. This is the show where married men sit down and talk honestly about marriage, fatherhood, and manhood with plenty of laughs and some real conversations most guys don't usually have out loud. Before we dive in, make sure you hit the like, follow, and subscribe wherever you're listening, and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Spotify, YouTube, X, and Threads, all the socials at the MAJO Podcast. Before we get into the conversation, let's take a moment to introduce ourselves for any of the new listeners, listener 5 and 6 that may come on this week so they can know who we are. So I'm Derek. I'm a dad of 7. I'm a psychotherapist, workbook writer, licensed life insurance agent, future financial advisor, app developer. So I have a lot of life badges. What my wife called life scout badges. ADHD is a hell of a drug. So
And
basically,
hence,
basically, I collect jobs the same way I collect shoes. So, um, and I was thinking about this. I was like, one more thing that I need a podcast. So that's why we started this podcast. So,
nice.
Jason, I'll let you introduce yourself.
I'm Jason. I am a father of 3, grandfather of 2, and I'm not nearly as busy as Derek is. I collect shoes and stuff. I don't collect jobs for now. I got a job, and we're lucky I got that. So we're gonna keep going.
Right. Chris.
Well, my name is Chris. I am a father of 5 and a half, maybe. Um, and impossible. Just kidding. No, but I'm a father of 5. I've been married for 12 plus years. I'm a business owner. I'm a jack of all trades. I cater. I do weddings. I do funerals. I do baby showers. I'm a balloon artist. I do a little bit of everything. I do hair. Um, yeah, that's it. That's not it, but it's a lot more where that came from. We'll get into that, though.
Okay. Okay. All right. So now that everybody knows who's with us, let's jump into the big question tonight. Can you love your wife and still miss being alone? So off top, Chris having 5 kids. Jason, I know you had 3 at one point. They're all grown now. But I'm curious, what is one of just kind of start off? What is one of the worst excuses you ever used so you could be alone, have some alone time with all the kids and wife and everything? What's like one of the funniest excuses you've ever used,
Funniness.
or
I don't.
best, or worst?
I
Any of
think
them?
for me, because I think that this is my second marriage. I'm more honest this time. I'm more straight up. So I'll be like, babe, like I need a minute. Like give me a minute, and she gives me that time. Like she respects that time, and she gives me that. So I don't know if there's a funny, or I might have said, babe, I'm going to the bathroom, and I sat in the bathroom for an hour on my phone just to have that moment of time by myself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Especially with a house full of 5 kids.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah.
bathroom time's always a good one. I used
Mhm.
to I used to have
I
motorcycle.
may or may not have watched porn, but sorry.
I mean, hey, time is time. Alone time is alone time. How you
That's my business.
no
Uh-huh.
judgment here.
No.
No, I used to have motorcycles, so I would always go ride. Like if I had to go ride anywhere
Mm.
now, store trips, I'm down. I will jump in a heartbeat. Oh, you forgot something? Yeah, let me go get that. Or, oh, I forgot something. Let me go get that. Like I'll store trip in a heartbeat. So I always find things and reasons to go do things. I used to you. Oh, Derek, I've used you plenty of time. Oh, Derek needs my help. I gotta go help Derek. So I'll never see Derek, and I didn't see Derek in 3 weeks. Talking about I gotta run. Derek needs help. I'll be out.
And that's funny. I think I'm the store guy too. Like I'll go. I got it. And I like shopping too. So it's kind of like I don't mind doing it. So I'll go
Mm-hmm.
anytime.
So with having 5 kids, because I got 7. There's 5 at home left. Yeah, 5 at home still. Jeez. I'm curious, Chris, for you, how do you find alone time? Like, how do you work that in with the kids?
So currently we have 3 in the home. My daughter's at school and my son is living in California, doing this thing. So having 3 in the home and one's a teenager.
Mm,
Oh, you're gonna watch these kids because we're gonna have date night. I'm gonna
mm.
set y'all up. Y'all gonna have all the things you need, dinner, snacks, the junk food that I typically don't buy for y'all. We going out for these 2 hours on date night, and we make it happen every single week.
Oh,
It's like a
good.
mandatory. We've been doing that since we've been together.
So elaborate a little bit on the difference between that and like having your teenager watch your kids, like as the what's the word I'm looking for? Context of my question I'm asking, because I saw a conversation the other day and it was like, or it was a TikTok where a daughter got on TikTok and she was upset that she had to watch her siblings, and so mom could work, and she couldn't go look for her prom dress because mom had to work, and so mom needed her to watch the siblings, and she like was upset, and again, as a therapist, I'm like, I understand the upsetness and can validate why you'd be upset as a 17-year-old wanting to go prom dress shopping, you know what I'm saying, like it's an
Right.
important thing.
Right.
And I also understand on the parent side of like, hey,
It's
I gotta
important to keep a
work.
roof over your head as well too.
Right, exactly. And so like there was a lot of back and forth in the comment section and stuff, but with people arguing with each other about, no, she should never have to do that. And other people were like, yes, she should. It's part of this, part of helping a family. So I'm curious for you what you're saying, how you can differentiate between, hey, watch the kids for a couple hours so we can go get on a date night. We're gonna fill you up with snacks and everything. Compare that to like parentifying a kid. And
So it's never just, it's like a barter system because I got girls too, so they're going to want hair, nails, something new from Fashion Nova. So it's always like, oh yeah, I'll keep them. I want this, this, and this. And then I'll get a cart from Fashion Nova. 20 minutes later, we walk out the door. Like, I haven't even got to my destination. You're already sending me something. So
right.
it's
Right.
definitely always been like a barter system. I never like made them or like say, hey, you're going to watch them because I got to go do this. So it's never been that kind of situation for us.
Yeah, we never
Yeah.
we never had the kids cancel plans to watch the
Mhm.
kids because we never did anything like that. But like Chris was saying, I mean, it is kind of a trade off, and I kind of get, I guess, both sides of what you're saying with the kid with the prom dress and stuff. But my thing is, how the hell you getting the prom dress? Like, you're not going to get the prom dress if I
You're
don't
not
go.
paying for it yourself either.
Right. If
Mommy got to work. My daddy got to work.
I don't go to work to get the money, you can't have the damn prom dress anyway. So what's the
You
point?
can't have the prom dress, and now you can't have no water. Now we can't have electricity. Now we can't do all these things. You know what I'm saying?
Can't see the
So,
prom dress in the dark with no lights on.
right.
Right.
Mhm.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, and I think that people jump to the extremes with everything. Like they want to
yeah.
either be against it or for it. Like there's no like
Yeah,
this
there's no
in
middle ground
between.
anymore. Everybody's
Right.
it's polar opposites on all kinds of stuff, and it's
And
wild.
then I feel like it's situational. Nobody knows that mother and her situation. Like the husband could have just left and said, "Forget y'all," and now we this new unit. We need to help each other out. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
like that's I feel like that should happen. But again, we don't know the full story. This girl was just upset with her mom. She could have been lying.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
Right.
but
An ass bit.
Right. I mean, because I think back, I'm like, man, if we wouldn't have had our oldest daughter be able to watch some of the kids when they were really little, like we wouldn't have made it. Like
right,
we was poor. Like we were 25 with 5 kids. I was in school, so I was working part-time and playing basketball. My wife was working full-time. Like we had to do that. Like there's some things
yeah,
that, yes, like I think the problem comes in, this is totally off subject, but the problem comes in when you oh, my brain just went left, speaking of ADHD. When you oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Bro, my brain just went left because I'm like, we're off subject, and now my brain went back
right,
to the
right.
subject instead of what we're talking about.
It'll come back to you.
It will come back to me
Mhm.
because we'll start talking. I'm like, oh, that's what it was.
I feel like it's low key like you making sacrifices to what I'm saying, to do what needs to be done. And
100%.
I mean, I feel like some people can understand that. Some people are privileged to where they never had to do that or never
Mhm.
they don't know what that's like.
Right,
You don't know, that's not your struggle and my struggle. You know what I mean? So
right.
yeah.
And that's kind of goes to what I was going to say that came back, right? Was taking away their childhood, right? Like you don't like you always have to watch the kids. You don't get to be a kid. You don't,
Yeah.
don't get to have fun time. You have to like take care. Like, cause I have clients that actually had to do that. Like they had
Oh,
to raise.
100%. Yeah.
My
I know
wife had
people
to do
too.
that. My
Yeah.
wife had to do that. She was because of her family. She was the one raising her brothers and sisters at
Mhm.
12, 13, 14.
Right.
Right. Like, so I think there's a difference between doing something like that, where you put sole responsibility on caretaking of the oldest, and like, hey, we need you to contribute by being a responsible kid in the house and watching your siblings.
Right. Right.
So I think that's where people like miss it, and they're like, oh, let's just throw it all the way out. I'm like, people want to survive if you throw it all the way out.
Right.
Like,
Right. Right.
So
Well,
And I,
anyway,
and that was
for,
the
for
thing. being
Right.
the baby, like I got my older brother, when it was summertime and my mom had to go to work, it was, don't blow up the house and don't die. That was the two major rules.
Yeah.
And my mom, there was a couple times my mom got phone calls, like when my dumbass tried to cut a soccer ball open to get the needle that I stuck in it out, and I cut my damn hand open. And he had to call my mom and be like, Jay's cut his hand open because he's being stupid, and now we got to come home and go to the ER. But I mean,
Right.
there's just stuff like that. There's a difference in trying to raise, like, but we grew up in that type of stuff where it's
Yeah.
like, watch your brother and like while I go to
Why
work.
we go do this? And
Right.
we didn't have they didn't have cell phones. They would call the house phone.
Mm-hmm.
And you had to make sure you made it to before the cordless phone came out because you had to run down the hallway to get to it.
If my mom knew half the places we rode on our bikes when we were little,
Bro,
man,
she'd be mad at me. She'd be trying to whoop me now
we went to a whole nother
because I was 30 minutes in the next in the next city
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
I went to
on
a
my bike trying to go get
bro.
some cutty. You hear me?
Yeah,
Like, I was hot, sweating, trying to get somewhere.
smelling like a handful of nickels.
It smelled like straight outside.
Yeah. Hey, girl.
This for a few moments.
Right.
The few strokes.
Your
Give me
mom's
like,
away,
give me
my
like
mom's
37
away.
seconds.
Yeah,
I need
yep.
37 seconds, girl. That's all I need.
And then I gotta go back home tired as hell.
Right. Then you gotta
More
try
out.
that bike.
More
Then you
out.
gotta ride your bike all the way home in the summertime, that sweltering ass heat.
Uh-huh. And telling your boys that you did something too.
Man, listen, I was in that thing, bro.
Down.
Whole time, he wasn't even 2 minutes, bro.
Oh my goodness.
If I could go back, I would erase some of that history because you was just doing it because it was just it was what it was. Everybody else was doing it.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. So I know that's how you find time for you and your wife is like, hey, watch the kids. We're going to go out for a couple hours. We do that weekly. How do you find time for yourself with having all the kids and the wife and everything that you're doing? How do you find that alone time for you?
So before I actually didn't have that. I didn't know what alone time meant. Like we was a team.
Mhm.
We got married. We doing this together. Like, what do you mean you want to be by yourself? The fuck?
Mm.
Like, be by yourself then. You know what I'm saying? But then as again, I started therapy early on in our relationship. So and the first time for all of that too. So I realized like I needed that alone time too. And like it became important to me to have that alone time. So like we respect that time for each other because we're both equally productive in our alone time. Whatever that is, whether she's just going to the spa just for a few minutes just to kind of get her mind together, or if I'm going to my office to get my mind right. And everybody, if you don't know what my office is, I'm going to get some Mary Jane and get my mind right, okay?
Mhm.
But other than that, like we respect each other's time on that, and then we come back together, and I feel like that's where we grow as well.
Well, and you
So-
guys were strong in your own right before y'all got together anyway, because you and your previous situation had dissolved, and you were raising them kids by yourself
Yeah.
for a long time. So you had time to be and learn more about yourself as yourself. Arissa kind of did the same thing.
Right.
And so now together, you guys do approach it as a unit, but you also know and respect each other's alone time, which I think is cool because, your ass will hop a flight in a minute to go be alone. I mean, you boys
be out.
be alone.
Right. And then before, like, and kind of to circle back to like, my kids and like, the babysitting and all that, like after I separated from my ex, like me and my kids were all we had. Like, and it just kind of like my oldest, she was 10 at the time, like, and had a newborn baby. And I like found out what was happening and took my kids and left. Like, you can have everything. We out. Like, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going for this. But like, I felt like, my daughter was 10 and my son was 9 or 8, get ready to turn 9. And just kind of like, we looked out for each other. So it just kind of like worked. Like we were all like protectors and like, we just made sure like it was up. Like, and like at the time I was super, super depressed and like going through it. Had no idea, you know what I mean? But like my youngest baby at the time was like, she didn't cry. She didn't fuss. She never got sick. She was like an amazing kid. And those times where like I was going through it, that girl would lay her head on my shoulder and just like shake her head. Yeah.
Melt
So
you.
my kids know she kind of my favorite, but I don't really let them know too much that she my favorite. But she legit like saved my life.
Mm.
Cause I thought I was supposed to be with this person forever, like XYZ, boom, boom, boom. We going to church, we doing all the things. And nah. So
Mm. Mm. So how did that? So what I heard you say was like coming into the relationship with you and your wife. Now you at first were like, hold on, you wanted alone time? Like, okay, go be by yourself, kind of like this kind of standoffish defensiveness kind
yeah.
of. What did the conversation look like to be able to get to a place where you're like, oh no, like I need this and you need this and we can do this? Because a lot of clients that I work with, both men and women, have this idea that it's selfish to need or want space. And so I'm curious for you all,
That
how
was
did
me.
you all talk about it? Yeah,
That
right.
I was real like for what? Like, and then not realizing also like Rissa is the only child I have. And we're, coming together as a unit. I have 7 brothers and 2 sisters. I got these 3 kids. I got this court stuff going on, this custody battle. Like, so like in the beginning, it didn't make sense because like you hear from me, like we hear for each other, like this is what it's supposed to be like. And I feel like age and you grow wiser as you grow older, but I just felt like I just didn't understand it and what it meant until I needed it.
Mm-hmm. Right. Jason, I'm curious, how have y'all ever talked about that at alone time and being able to like get to a place where you both see that you need that and it's okay?
Ours came about a little more kind of organically because, my wife is addicted to school. Like if she could go to school and get paid for it, she would forever and ever. She would
Her and Narissa, the same.
be the oldest student,
Forever.
be the oldest student in college. She'd be 98 years old. Like, where's my books? Like, and the thing is, she went like we were together, and then she started school, and I didn't see her for years. Like she would walk in the front door because she was working full time and going to school full time. So she would legitimately walk in the front door, walk like 11 steps to the office, shut that door, and be in there until after I was in bed or gone or whatever. So my kids are 7 years apart. So my daughter and did a lot of watching. My mother-in-law was always around watching the kids. So we were blessed in that way. Like I never had to worry about one person giving up anything because my grandmother was my kids' grandmother was all about those kids. So they call her from their own phone in the back of the house and we wouldn't even know. And here comes, my mother-in-law with donuts and Coke and milk. 5 o'clock in the morning, going, oh, I wanted donuts. I'm like, you're nuts. I tell them, call me back when I wake up.
That part.
Right.
Well, don't wake me up on my sleep.
Right. So she was always around doing amazing stuff with them. So I could
He
just
says that, but he says that, but let his granddaughters live close to him and call him. He gonna do the same stuff, bro.
He pulling up immediately.
Right. Right. Sorry, my bad. I just had to make that clear.
No,
Yeah, we had to clear that up real quick.
We're doing real raw and honest here. That's it. No, but yeah, no. So, but for me, like I could just always come, like I said, I had motorcycles and all kinds of, so I would just go. I would leave. I would go to work and get off at I worked like 3 to 11 back then, so I could get off at 11 o'clock and I'd ride till I wouldn't even go home. I'd stay out and ride till 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning because I didn't have to be able to do anything the next day. So there was a lot of like opposite schedule stuff happening. So it really got to a point where once she graduated and we honestly didn't really start spending a lot of time together until we moved here to Florida. And that was 9 years ago. We've been married for 25 years. And we didn't really, we did just a lot of opposite, just making it work and figuring out how it was going to happen until we got here. Then we started spending a lot of time together. And so I honestly don't like when it's time for me to go do anything by myself. She doesn't say anything. She's like, all right, cool, go do that. Because she has such her job is so, as a, mental health professional, is so demanding of her daily. She just wants to sit in the quiet. She don't even want to really talk to my ass. And I don't really have much to say anyway, but she doesn't want it. She just wants silence because she's had to listen to talking all day long. Her brain has had to process shit all day long. And, her like Chris knows, her and Rissa are about the same damn people. So their brains don't ever really shut off. So they just consistently have to process. And so when she's done with work, she'll come say like a handful of words to me. And then she just sits there. She watches Korean dramas on her phone but she watches them with subtitles, so she has to watch what's going on and read the subtitles. And to her, that calms her brain down. And I'm like, that's like doing work. I don't want to do that shit.
Yeah,
Like,
that's extra work.
if I
Right.
can't numb out to what's happening, I don't want to do like it's extra. Like that's the same thing with people that do like that want to have like sailboats. That doesn't make sense to me. Why would you want to work as hard to relax as it took you to get the thing you need to relax?
So
Right.
I'm not paying that much money for a boat when I can just get a yacht that I can just sit back and relax.
Captain Bob, take me over there. I don't want to.
Because the wind could take me away the wrong, and I lost all this weight. The wind could, for what? I can sit down and have my margarita and be cooling.
I'm not trying to have to get up and crank anything, pull anything.
No, for what? I ain't trying to follow the wind, none of that.
I'm not out here to work out. I'm out here to chill.
I'm on a wayfinder. I will sit here on my ass and you can plot
Yeah.
station.
Put my feet up.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I just if it's time to relax, I want to relax. I don't want to do all that extra shit. But to her, it keeps her mind up. So if it like when there's times like Chris and I like play, or any of us plan any kind of men's retreat, getaway trip, whatever, she's always just like, all right, man. The only thing she gave a shit about was when we talked about going to Vegas. We were going to do a men's trip in Vegas, and she was like, "That'll be an everybody trip." She's like, "Y'all can have y'all."
And that's one of Rissa's favorite cities. So she was like, "We don't have to see y'all. We
Yeah,
can still go at the same time. We don't have to see y'all."
She said, "Y'all can have y'all little men's meetup, but we're going."
And they loaded us.
I'm trying to see where my invite was at that I didn't get.
Because it got shut.
It ain't planned yet. It's 2026.
We didn't get the plan out. They were like, "Oh, they did. They hit us with they littled us. They were like, "Yeah, you little men's meetup, but we're going." I was like,
"Oh, now they little though. Oh, all right."
All right, cool.
I think mine was really struggle. I think it was a mixture of what it like for you, what yours was, Chris. Like it sounds like in the beginning, and especially maybe with your first wife, to where you and Rissa are at now. Like because my wife and I have been married since we were 17, right?
Oh,
So
wow.
we had to go through life changes together,
Yeah.
and right, like a lot, and so. There was a point in time where, and like I said before, I think I said before the show, we had 5 kids at one point at 20. By the time we were 25,
Right.
and so we were young, 5 kids, 3, 2 and under at one point, and so like we were constantly busy, and so I think when it came to wanting
I was
alone time,
tired.
Yeah,
right,
cable.
Yeah.
right. Right. But I think we did get mad at each other, but it wasn't that we were mad at each other. It was because we were tired, like you said, right? Like I'm in school, I'm working. At that point in time, my wife was staying at home. And so she was with the kids all day. I'm in school and I'm working. And then I come home and with the kids, and it's like there's no time in there for either of us to be alone.
Right.
And so when somebody wanted alone time, it was like this prideful, defensive, and it really is coming from a place of like tired, exhausted, hurt,
Yeah, 100%,
lonely, all that. Like you don't get alone. Like
you're
you're gonna
young.
go be
You're
by yourself, and you're
young, too.
young,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, absolutely. So there was a lot of that. I think that we were embattled in early on when it came to alone time. Even like if I had to go out of town, like my wife would rightfully so be upset about that because I would get alone time going out of town for work or doing whatever else it was I was doing, and so I would
You got to
always hear.
circle back on that going out of town for work. And that.
Yeah. So because and so she would give me what I felt at the time was grief for it. Now I look back and I'm like, bro, I was a jerk. Like I was going, like I went to South by Southwest one year, and because I was a manager of artists, like I needed to go down there. But you're talking about 5 days at a music festival while my wife is here with all the kids for a week. Like I get it, but it's still like that's a jerk move, like to leave your wife there for a week, and because we are supposed to be partners, and so
Right.
I think we've got to a place now where we've been able to accept that we both need alone time. And me with an ADHD brain, like I get overstimulated too. Like I can take a lot and I can do a lot and I have a lot on my mind all the time. But like if there's a lot going on, like my brain is like get out, get out, get out, get out. And so like if we're at the dinner table and we'll have 1.5 hour conversations at the dinner table with the kids, there comes a point in time where my brain is like, no, stop, no more. You got to like go. And before, my wife would get a little upset.
You just described what I go through.
Right? Like she's like, why are you not staying here? And she would get upset with me, and we finally were able to talk through, like, no, babe, listen, like, as much as I want to stay, like, emotionally, and like the dad and father, I guess the same thing, father and husband in me want to stay, like my brain is sitting here on overload, and that doesn't lead anywhere good. So I need to go. Now she's like, okay. She's like, good, go ahead. And I'll be in the living room, and they'll be at the kitchen table still, and I might chime in every now and then to the conversation, but I got to get away from it. And she's cool with it now. So I think we've had this transition over 25 years that took a lot of hurt and pain to get there, but we got there. Go ahead with what you're going to say about going out of town for work.
So so when me and Rissa got together, she was in like the best year. I would say not the best years, but like her job, she was being promoted like every 6 months because she's just a beast at what she does. And that came, we got together, we were together for a year and a half, got married, and then we moved. Like from Virginia to Louisiana. I had to leave my job, I had to leave my business. And I was what I would call a household, a stay-at-home dad. And so that also kind of led into why I started going to therapy, because as she kept getting these promotions, she's traveling more for work. And I'm in this new city by myself with these kids, don't know nobody, like, was going through it. And then I'm like, I'm not, I can't, my background is, working with kids. I was a director at a daycare center. So like, I didn't like the daycare centers there where we lived at, and I didn't know anybody. So I was like, you know what? We're in a place where we're good, to where, she could just work. I can still run my business. I haven't ended up selling my business. That's another long story. But that happened, and then she started traveling even more. And I guess I started getting some resentment towards it, because I'm like, we moved all the way here. You got me here by myself with these kids. Like, I could have stayed where we was at with my family, with the structure, with the people that helped me, that have been helping me all my entire life. You know what I mean? Like, and we just up and left this. So that resentment, I definitely, the grief, the anger, all of that. So I think also I realized too, like, that was her alone time as well. But I would be upset because you get to go out to dinner every single day with your team. You get to go to lunch, like y'all doing all these things, going to have drinks. And I'm sitting here with these badass kids by myself, tired.
Well, because
No friends in the city, like no nothing. Like it was just kind of like, I'm just here.
Yeah,
so it was tough.
Alone time for you, like alone time for her, because she's getting to chill and go do the things and like enjoy herself, and you're not getting to do that because you're at home with the kids. You don't have the
and
kids.
This new stay-at-home thing was new to me. Like,
yeah,
it was tough.
I mean, because that's the thing. It's like, even when you get everybody to bed, by that time your ass is so tired, you go to bed. Like, you're not hanging.
Because I got to clean the kitchen. I got to do everything, because the house got to be clean before I go to bed. So I didn't have nobody until we hired somebody for that part. But you know what I'm saying? We didn't have that for a long time. So, but I definitely get the grief that you were talking about too.
Yeah, and you can't do any of those things while the kids are still awake, because they're just little tornadoes anyway, and then they're just going to tear it up as you're cleaning it. But no, I mean, it's legit when it comes to that kind of thing for the travel, because it does look different. Like, even Sarah does that stuff, and it'll be traveling out too. And people think it's funny to me because, like, Sarah can go out of town, she could be gone for a week, sometimes 2 weeks. In that time frame, I may talk to her 2-3 times, shoot her a text, jump on a phone call, maybe video chat once or twice. But
Rissa got to call me. You got to, because I'm at home with these. You got to say something. You got to call good night, love y'all, ABC. Y'all need help with y'all. This team, this a team still. Act like you here still when you, because you got off at 3. I got off early today, baby. So you're 2 hours early.
For me, it's different because the kids are grown.
They was grown. No, I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah, but like back then, there would have definitely been that shit. But no, I mean, legit, like, but that's just the thing. Like, she goes and does her deal. Like, she was with her family in Ohio for like the last week and a half of the summer with the grandbabies, and she just went up and did that. And I let her do her thing. She lets me stay here and do my thing. Like, I got it. But that's what alone time looks different for us now, because
for everybody.
when one of us are traveling and doing that kind of stuff. So, but I mean, that's the whole part of it. Like, I'll talk to her when I want, like, before it's time to go to bed. I may shoot her. She'll either shoot me a text or I'll give her a phone. But I know she falls asleep. Like, she'll run her ass until she passes out. So I know better. I know it's not because she didn't want to call me. It's because she fell asleep. Like, and I don't. If I'm not
and
there,
that's Rissa too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you ain't gonna check on me. You gonna check on me? I'm
No,
at home. I'm already feeling like I'm this little because this is new to me. You ain't gonna check on me.
Yeah.
All right, say less. We're gonna put some on the Spirit flight. I'm going on all the trips from now on. Because I'm gonna be outside too. And did that for like 2.5 years. I would fly somebody in on a quick little Spirit flight. Or if I was traveling or somebody else was traveling, come on here, watch these kids for us. I'm gonna slide you some little bread and I'm out. So that's kind of how it started. So we've been in different cities everywhere now too.
See, that's lovely to have
On our
that. Like
date nights.
yeah, we didn't have that. Like, we didn't have a family support system
Right.
that would do that. Like, it's been my wife and I.
It was never nothing for free. It was never because I'm nice and I want to see my niece and nephews and none of that.
Right. Well, we didn't even have that to where we could pay people. Like,
Gotcha.
one side of the family is, has their issues with substance abuse, and the other side, they live in other states and stuff like that and have their own issues. Like, it was the only person we had close was my mother, and she wouldn't watch all the kids. So after it was like my oldest daughter and my oldest son, like after that, I remember one time after 12 years of marriage, we finally got to go on a vacation by ourselves after 12 years. And we actually had to split time. And when was it? It was, the kids were in school. And so we had to actually split time for my mom to come and stay with him at night and would take him to school in the morning. And a friend of ours would actually come and pick him up from school and would watch him a couple hours until my mom got there. And we did that. It was such a struggle to do it we were gone for 3 days.
But you had to have everything.
But we had to have all that lined up. And
Yeah.
it was and it was like, and I'm thankful. Like, I am thankful. And there's also this part of me is like, it shouldn't have been that freaking hard. Like, and you talking about 12 years and never got to go on a trip together. Like, think about that, bro. That's crazy. And so anyway, I think that's dope. You had that family support system to do that. And I think for us, it was like, since not having it made it difficult when I did leave. She couldn't come, and she had to stay because we didn't have anybody else. And so that just added to the issues, the feeling of being left behind, alone, all those things. And to your point about the checking in deal, and this even goes to the larger point of spending alone time. So there's this thing in relationships called the emotional bank account. And the more that you turn towards each other in a relationship, the more we add money in our emotional bank account. And it's kind of like the health of our relationship determines how good is determined by our emotional bank account. And so when I'm working with couples and I talk about this and even think in my own relationship, like, if your emotional bank account is full and you say, hey, I need some alone time, your partner most of the time is going to be cool with that because they feel fulfilled, they feel filled up, they feel connected. But if your emotional bank account is $4.50, and that asking for some alone time feels like a $10 debit. You know what I mean? Like,
before it used to be like I felt like you said fuck you to me because
right.
I just need a little bit of time. That's it. That's it.
Right. And I think that goes to the point of, like, the more you guys started doing stuff together and filling that emotional bank account by making it where you guys could go out together, then the alone time became a little bit easier to hear and accept. And so I guess there was a question that came up that before marriage and kids, what did alone time look like for both of you? And do you ever miss that version of yourself? Now, I know we all grown and older and and we were young when before we were married. So, but is there any part of that alone time before marriage and kids that you miss about that version of you?
Go ahead.
For me, I don't know because I feel like once I became a dad, I guess I don't know what alone time was anymore. And I was 19 and 20 when I had my first 2 kids. So I guess I didn't really get to fully learn and know me because I became a father so early. But I mean, I still love shoes. I loved cars. Like, and I still like, I don't have the car that I want right now, but it's coming. You know what I'm saying? I have what I need and what I'm blessed with. But yeah, no, I don't think. I think I'm still me. I'm still funny. I'm still, I'm just me.
Right.
Yeah,
Jason, what you got?
I know for me, I was older before I actually got married and had kids. So I was 25 or 24, almost 25 when I met Sarah, 25 when we got married, and 26 when I had Jordan. But and then when I came into it meeting Sarah, I was blessed with Shay. But I honestly, I mean, I everything that I did then I do now. Like I didn't have. I still, like Chris said, I still, I have my car. I'd go out and meet, hang out with my friends, do my things. I still did all that stuff the whole time that Mikey, that's why my son's a gearhead now, because he grew up with me and all my friends doing stuff with my car friends and doing all the things. So I mean, it's one of those things that I feel like I took that with me into who I am now, and I was fortunate enough to be with somebody who accepted all of those things and accepted my friends and accepted my hobbies and accepted all the things, even though she'd roll her eyes and tell me it was too expensive, but we spent the money anyway. And, here we are. I'm 49 years old and we're still doing the same shit right now. I got a broke down car that's getting fixed right now that's going to cost a shit ton of money, and she's rolling her eyes and handing me the card. But, here it is. But that's the thing. I mean, I do feel absolutely fortunate enough to have somebody who supports me in my, in the good things and the dumbass things and the bad things. She supported me through all of it. I've caught hell for it sometimes. We've had to have serious conversations about it sometimes because, as Forrest Gump said, I'm not a smart man. But, it is what it is. I do dumb shit sometimes, and that hasn't changed in 25 years we've been together, and I don't think it's going to change in the next 25 before before I'm gone. So,
yeah, I feel like for Rissa, the support has been like phenomenal, because from the jump, she's been like, again, I was a single dad with 3 kids and going through like real baby mama drama. Like, I need to write a book. Like, real, like, I got stories that people wouldn't even believe or people would be angry about to this day of shit that we went through. Been to court 47 times. Arissa was right there every time. You know what I'm saying? Holding it down. Never been problematic. None of that. But just being in support. Like, she fell in love. When I realized, like, she fell in love with my kids, oh, she had my heart already. It's over. I'm about to give you the world.
Chris, the true testament to what happens when you can make it out of the friend zone, because Rissa put him in the friend zone.
We definitely, I thought we were dating. She said that I was in the friend zone still because she was still seeing other people, but I was always on that list. So
yeah, that's all that matters. You got there.
Yeah.
You got there.
He had to find, but he made it.
Right.
I guess outside of maybe the loneliness piece and stuff we talked about earlier, I guess I'm curious, what is y'all's thoughts on why other people may get upset about their spouse or partner asking for alone time? Like, let's say they don't have a lot of kids, they have, it's just them, and their spouse asks for alone time. What do you all think goes into that feeling towards that rejection or that anger towards their wanting alone time?
Get out.
That's a boy right there. I hear him in the background. What up, Harold?
Yeah, I want to give me a hug. Sorry.
That's all right. For me, I feel like it's an insecurity situation. I think it really comes from, it may be something that they're battling with personally inside themselves, or just secure enough in the relationship that they have right now to figure out why. Because I know that's how I always was. Anytime that shit tried to happen with me when I was younger, I was so insecure about because I've always been a long-term relationship guy. I was never just kind of a blow.
I've always been a lover. Always.
I've been a long time. I tried to get married twice in high school. Like, that's how long.
That point was wet.
2 different times, dog. I'm telling you right now. I tried to move the girl I lost my virginity to in with my mom because her and her parents were fighting, and I was like, you can just move in with my mom. And my mom was on board. And I was about to be like, in house. I wasn't living there, but I was living with my father at the time, but she was going to live with my mom. And I was like, that's it. Like, I was so deep off. I had my parents, like, and then I tried to get married as a senior and that didn't work out. So now, so to me, I've always been one of those people that was never really secure in the situation. So I would take that personal. If you needed to be away from me, I'd be like, why? Like, what do you need to do that's so important that I can't be there for?
I think for people, kind of to add to what Jason said, for people who don't get it, they just don't understand why, and maybe not realize the things that they're doing, they're having their alone time, but their partner's verbally voicing it to them that they need it, they find a problem with it. But if it's communicated from the jump, I think communication is key. If it's communicated from the beginning, your wants and your needs, nothing is going to be a shock to you.
Definitely. Well,
Yeah.
and everybody's alone time looks different too.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
my alone time can be in the other room playing the game. Her alone time may be having to get the hell away out of the house. Just because our alone time looks different doesn't mean that it has to be different. As long as,
Right.
like I said, if it's communicated properly, it's the same damn thing. It's like you're going to
Yeah.
be in there playing 2K. What do you care if I go down the street to fucking Starbucks and look at the new pumpkin spice, whatever the fuck? Nobody cares. Like it shouldn't matter if it's communicated properly. It's not that I
My
hate.
alone time could be 18 minutes because that's 9 minutes for me to drive to Krispy Kreme and then 9 minutes for me to get back. And that could be legit, you know what I'm saying, my alone time, because I don't need 10 hours. I would love to have a
Right.
full month, you know what I'm saying? But that's just not life, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's this.
I think we've got to a place where we can do things individually in the same room together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I can be on the game, and because I like after a day of therapy, like I got to have at least 30, 45 minutes where I just decompress and zone out and have
Right.
something
Right.
that, you know what I mean?
Right.
And we could even be watching, I could be watching a show and she'll be sitting on the couch, right next to me watching her own show on her phone or, and so we both have, cause she works full time and comes home and takes kids to sports and all the things. And so she needs that time too. So we've gotten a place where we've been able to have maybe our alone time, but still kind of have that connection cause we're near each other. You know what I mean? And so I think there's been a way to adapt to that, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
To where we don't have to be like, peace out, I'm gone. But it's like, I just need this time. You got your time. Let's have that decompressed time together and we good.
Because Rissa could be sitting on her laptop in the bed going, I'm over there reading and the TV on. Like it's quiet. That's our alone time. Like that's a moment. You know what I'm saying? So we don't have to talk or cuddle or hold hands the whole entire time. Like, I love you, but give me my space for a second, Sean.
Right.
And that's exactly what it looks like for us too. Like Sarah's on her phone watching her Korean shit. I'm on watching TV, or I'm on my phone, or watching TV and on my phone. I'm responding to messages, doing whatever. But
putting up a post, working still.
Right.
But we right there. You're I can touch you if I want to.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, there's going to be times where you put the stuff down and you talk to each other, you communicate, and then you go right back to doing what you're doing. But it's funny to me because the biggest the biggest issue with us now is that she works in the office 4 days a week, and I'm at home full time. I work from home full time. So when it comes to the weekend, all she wants to do is relax and chill at the house. I want to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like, I want to do things. I want to go out. I don't give a shit if we go to the store. Like when she's like, I did a Costco order. I'm like, damn, I wanted to go to Costco. Like nobody wants to go to Costco on a Saturday, but I want just because it's out of the house.
That's the busiest day.
It is, but I just want to, I need to be out about, because if I sit here all the time, I don't find it about 90% of the time, but that 10%, even with my bum blown ass knee, I took my ass to St. Augustine this weekend and went to the outlet mall and walked a little bit because I was like, I got to be out. I need to physically tactile touch these things that I want to try to buy for a retreat. Of course, I come home empty-handed, and she comes home with the whole back of the car full. But because I got her ass back online, baby, because boy, she's gonna be coming to this house. Woo! But anyway, but no, seriously, I mean but that's the biggest struggle now. Is I want out and I want to go out and do stuff, and she just wants to melt into the bed or the couch or whatever. And I'm just like, yeah, but we're gonna have to find that balance.
And I like to be outside anyway. I like the fresh air. I like to people watch. I just like to be out. And I mean, we both do, and we both like our separate times out. But she has her girls' nights. I have, when I had a quick little fellowship trip this weekend. So it's definitely is needed.
So my twins just turned 18 yesterday. They're number 4 and 5 in the pecking order.
Rotation.
And so two more. Oof, 2 more. But I guess I'm curious, I know, Jason, you're kind of on the other side of that, of having the chaos and everything. And so I guess I'm curious, do you feel like the need for the alone time changes after the chaos is gone? Like the chaos of raising kids and everything like that. Do you think that that changes now that you're on that side of it?
Yeah, no, absolutely it does because, people always talk about how hard it is to have, to kids when the kids are small, when the kids are going through, you're having to go through the things in the school and the pickup lines, the drop offs, the sports, the after
Mm-hmm.
activities. What they don't teach you how to do is find yourself again when it's all over. Like when the kids don't need you. Like we bust our ass to make sure that our kids are so independent that they never need anything from anybody. They can
Mm-hmm.
the world by themselves. But when they start doing that, you're like, the fuck? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean you don't need me anymore? Like, not that you make your whole identity your kids, but at the same time, like
But sometimes you do, and you don't even realize that. You know what I mean? So that's a thing too.
sometimes you fall into. I got friends back home that legitimately like that is what they know. That is it. Like that was their whole wrapped up. Whether it be all the sports, the team moms, the PTA, the everything you could do in school, and then once your kids graduate, you lose your shit because you're like, well, I don't know what to do now. But like
Mm-hmm.
the thing about it is like you have to like I knew to an extent how much I wanted to put into being a parent. And that was a lot. Like I gave everything I had to my kids, but at the same time, I held strong enough to who I was as a father, as a person, that I didn't lose my identity in being a parent, a husband, a family, all that stuff. So that when it was time for them to leave, while it stung, it was very hard for me for the chaos to quiet down. And coming out on the other side of that, it's like, well, shit, what do we do now? And it's like, oh, I still love all the stuff that I loved before, so I'm just going to put my attention into that now.
And now you got more time to really focus on the things that you used to love or things that you haven't touched or been, around before because you
Yeah,
put the kids first and the noise and the chaos and all that stuff.
exactly. And that's the thing. Like once that stuff starts to settle down, you have a little more clarity to kind of focus on each other, what each other needs, and that's
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
it's easier to communicate that kind of alone time. And with age and wisdom and knowledge and knowing that you guys are together and security and all that kind of stuff. Like I was joking with my wife as soon as my son turned 18. I was like, listen, I can leave you for free now. I was like, now you better act right because it don't cost me shit to bounce now.
And see, and that's why like I think it's important for folks because I feel like a lot of people we do this for the kids, we do this for the kids. As soon as the kids graduate, they're getting divorced.
Yeah, 100%.
You didn't pour into yourself, you didn't pour into your relationship. So
Yeah.
them kids gonna be, let me tell you something. Y'all know my motto. Jason knows my motto. I don't know if you do, Derek, but them kids always gonna be all right. So fuck them kids.
Yeah.
You gotta pour into you and your spouse so y'all continuously grow. Like, or you just gonna divide and be on different paths and be angry with each other. But you gotta pour into each other with them kids too. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think we've always had that as a foundation for our relationship
Yeah.
where I've actually had to help couples like get back to that too. But like we have always said it's us and then it's the kids.
yeah, yep.
It's never been kids first. It's always
Mhm.
been us 1st.
Mhm.
Now, the kids were a priority,
Sure.
right? I
Yeah,
think a lot of
100%.
people
Yeah.
I think a lot of people mix that up, right?
Mhm.
Like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
they're not your priority then. Well, no, actually they were because we were spending 20 hours a day with our kids where we weren't having any time for each other.
And we're
Where there
taking
was
30 minutes to ourselves and they're not a priority. What?
right, exactly. And even in those days where it was long and grueling, we were just talking about this last night, actually. Like, our twins are 18, and my wife was like, it's kind of sad. And it is because, I mean, there was weeks and months at a time, especially with money, we couldn't go on a date. You know what I'm saying? Like, we couldn't afford that. And so there was weeks and months at a time where we couldn't turn towards each other, but there was always an understanding that it was us and then it was the kids. And I
Mhm.
think that keeps the connection going, even in those stages of life when you can't turn towards each other as much because you have a lot of kids.
Right.
And I think for me and my wife, the thing we look forward to at the end, once the two youngest are finally grown and out, is going to be our time for ourselves to go do the things we didn't get to do when we were
Mhm.
young.
Take the
You know,
vacations, take
take
all
the
the trips. Yeah.
vacations, do all that
Go
stuff.
go outside and cut up.
Right. Exactly. Because I mean, you asked Jason, like what we're spending on volleyball right now, like is crazy. It's literally
Yeah.
10, 15,000 a season for volleyball with travel and everything like that. And I'm like, babe, when these kids is gone, you know what we gonna do with 10, 15 extra
Yeah.
thousand?
And
Like,
Eric's rich, so for him to talk about
I'm not rich.
like,
Don't tell people that I'm not rich.
AAU was AAU in California.
Right.
You know how many pair of shoes?
Right.
Mhm.
I
Exactly.
bought a house. At that point, that's a down payment.
Mhm. Mhm.
And
So
then
I
to
think
add in the travel.
Right.
right.
Yeah.
Right. And so I think ours isn't looking forward to time by ourselves more. We're like, I'm feeling the grief already
You're
from
looking
it.
forward to saving some of that money too.
I'm looking forward to saving money. I'm also looking forward to experiencing the world with my wife, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And so I'm battling the grief right now with all my kids being grown, except for the youngest two. I say grown. The twins are still in school. They're in their senior year, so they're not
Right.
grown yet. Don't get it twisted, but it's close, right?
Yeah.
And my youngest is
It's knocking on the
12.
door close.
Right. My
Yeah.
youngest is 12 and a half. So you're talking about 5 years, 5.5 years. He's 18.
Right.
That's gonna come by. That's gonna
Quick.
come here fast.
Quick.
Like that's a blink of an eye.
Because I
And
was
so
just sitting on the curb waiting for the Greyhound with the baby at 2 months, and now she's 15, going to high school.
mhm,
So
mhm,
yeah.
I remember holding the twins like this, both of
Mhm.
them, one in each arm, head in each hand, just sitting on the chest like that. Man, and
Mhm.
now they out spending my
bro.
money right now shopping.
Hello.
So for those out there, I think we have it kind of figured out of how to ask for a long time, and we have spouses that understand that. For those men out there who maybe don't have that spouse or they don't know how to ask for it, what are some tips on maybe how they can soften to their spouse when they need when they need to ask for space? How can they soften that request?
What
And so
do
they
you
don't
mean
hurt
when you say
feelings.
what do you mean when you say soften? Like what does that mean?
Well, I
'Cause
mean,
I just before I answer.
yeah, I mean, instead of, I need some alone time, man. Get out my get out my room.
Got you. Okay,
Right?
okay.
You said it. It's
Like,
recorded. It's the wrong. Fuck.
Give me a fucking minute.
I'm telling everybody. Derek said.
well, right. So instead of that, like how can you soften those requests in those moments where maybe you're overwhelmed and you just really need some space, and it's not to reject your wife, it's not to reject the kids, it's just I need some space right now.
I think so for me and like my household, because we are like super duper like honest and like straight up, and we say what we mean, and like our facial expressions kind of show when we're not like kind of there. Like I've diagnosed myself with ADHD, all of that, just because like I mean I feel it, my body cringes, it tightens up, and like when I'm overstimulated or overwhelmed. So my kids would be like, "All right, Dad, you can go in the room. We're gonna clean up the kitchen. We'll take care of dinner. We'll take care of everything else." And Rissa the same. So they notice it. But I think that comes with us having an open communication and
Mhm.
expressing, how we feel about things, or addressing it when it happens versus waiting for it or throwing it under the rug. You know what I mean? Like we talk about our feelings.
Mhm.
So I would say like Nike, just do it. Just have that conversation. Sometimes
Right.
it's tough. And I mean, yeah, it can be overwhelming, but in order for it to be fixed, you got to talk about it. You got to
Right.
communicate it. Whether write a note, send an email or a text if you can't fully communicate it, but let them know off the break.
Mhm. Right.
Yeah. Chris's family moves like a whole unit, and it's wild to see. Like
Everybody says that.
But it's awesome though the way it happens. Like he legit all of his kids. Because when we were in Orlando, we were fortunate enough to have all the kids in the same house at the same time with the family. So his whole entire family moves like a unit, and they all understand. They're big on vibes, and they can catch and touch and feel all the things in the drop of a hat. Doesn't matter what's going on, how chaotic, hectic everything is. They'll catch it. They'll take care of it, and they make sure like they are a buffer for him. And it's awesome. But, he and I are on the same wavelength too. Like if we're out in public somewhere, I know when it's time and when it's not. I know when things are feeling, and I know when things aren't. And but that's just the thing. Like when those conversations, like Chris said, are sometimes hard to have. But like what you said, if it gets overloaded, like if you have the conversation before it gets to that point, you can simply say, "This isn't it. I gotta go. Like I'm overloaded. I'm overstimulated. I need a minute. I gotta go." You have to openly communicate what that looks like to you, because other people may not understand it.
Yeah,
When
because
you-
coming off aggressive off the break, you kind of like, wait, where's this coming from? Like, why are you talking to me like this? Or why are you treating me like this? But you had all this bottled up inside.
Right.
So they have every right to feel like that because you kept all that inside and didn't express it to them.
Yeah, exactly. So Sarah had to
Mm.
explain to me one time we were in a restaurant and she was struggling because she could hear every conversation in there and
Mhm.
was trying to focus on ours. And she was
Mhm.
like, we've got to go. And I was like, okay. And so we got up and left. And she's like, certain situations like that, I can't hear anything except the loud, how loud it is. And I don't
Mhm.
hear shit else and I can't focus on anything. That's just what it is. She's like, that's how my mind works. That's what I hear. That's what I process. And so I had to learn when that happens, when the anxiety kicks in, what that looks like to her, when I don't give her shit when she's on her phone. Because there's a lot of time where I used to just get pissed because I'd be like, you've been on your phone the whole time. We've been sitting here. My phone has stayed in my pocket. And she'd be like, no, you were on your phone. I'm like, no, I wasn't. I made it a point to not be on my phone while you were on your phone, just so I could sit here and clock how long. But once I figured out why it is what it is,
Mhm.
I don't talk shit anymore because I'm like, oh,
Right.
she's got to totally
'Cause-
get out.
And you understand it now too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And to your point, I've been to a couple times, and recently, when all my kids were home, I have got to a point where we were at a restaurant and we got dinner, and I was like, "Can you bring boxes?" We weren't at dinner 10 minutes,
Right.
but I got overstimulated. I could hear all the noise, and I couldn't focus on my family. Like I just couldn't. So I was like, "All right, can we get boxing?" Everybody was like, "Wait, what?" But then, after I explained, they got it. So, and then, like I said before, like we kind of notice it, like we can tell kind of in our actions and, what's going on with each other that something bothering somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The communication piece of it is the most important because if you
Right.
if you can't have that honest conversation, there are other honest conversations you have to have before you can have that one.
Yeah.
Start having the conversations
Right.
because if you're with somebody and y'all are together, there's no reason you guys can't unpack all those boxes together.
And there's
Because
no such thing as happy wife, happy life. I didn't mean to cut you off, Jason, because I do not believe in it, never believed in that. My first marriage, I was a yes man. Yes, yes, yes. This is what we're supposed to do. X, Y, Z. Nah, fuck all that. No, you still gotta be your own person. You still gotta stand 10 toes down behind the things that you believe. You gotta set your boundaries. And again, that's why I love my wife because I'm able to just be me because she accepts me for my honesty, my raw, my unfiltered, because that's just who I am and who I've always been. And I wasn't that person
right.
in my first marriage at all.
Well, and I think the cool thing that's about all three of us is that we don't subscribe to like you said, the happy wife, happy life shit, but also the gender role conformity shit. Like we all do dishes, we all do laundry, we all do things. Like I never sat back and was like,
Wait. We're saying cut nobody grass. She'll call somebody real fast. She'll do anything else, but she ain't cut nobody grass. She ain't even planting no flowers.
well, Sarah,
Hey, my wife
but-
loves cutting the grass, actually.
Sarah,
Everything else, yeah.
Sarah is the Hannibal Lecter to plants. She will kill you give her she'll kill a fucking cactus. She does not have a green, and nothing about her thumb is green. She will kill every plant there is. So, but no, I mean, she has done those things. Like when I could not do those things, when I was at my heaviest weight, she did that shit. I didn't do it. But at the same time, like that was stuff like my dad used to call me and be like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm switching the laundry over. He'd be like, where's Sarah? I'm like, she's at fucking work. Why does it matter? Like, what do you mean?
Right.
I'm like, I don't do that. I do laundry. I do dishes. I change the baby. I do all that shit. Like, I don't get out of here. Like, what do you mean? So I think that's one thing about us. So I think it's a little easier for us to have those conversations in the predicaments that we're in, because it's just one of those things that I'm not nervous about tough conversations when it comes to shit like that, because she and I are supposed to be, a team together.
You're my person.
Yeah, we're doing these things. If we're going to be in this shit for the long haul, if I can't have a conversation with you, like that's a big problem.
Yeah, I will say, like, for me and Sheena, we are more traditional roles when she didn't have a job. Now that she's working full time, we most definitely are in that, like, anybody can do anything. I also have 5 kids that live here, and so I'm not touching dishes. Like, y'all each have a week, and it rotates. It
Hello.
rotates. Like, I'm not cleaning the
That's
kitchen.
the family circle. Everybody helping each
Right.
other out.
Right.
Yeah.
You can do your own laundry. Now the two boys are learning it. My wife is still hesitant about them doing their own laundry, but they're doing their own laundry.
Listen, tell her stay hesitant because mine was 19 and putting. Why you still mixing colors, boy?
My son
Hey,
is
All my
Hey.
socks is white, blue now
right.
because he put some jeans in here.
My son
Right.
is 23 and still washes towels with clothes, and it drives me absolutely.
Uh-huh.
I'm not wearing your clothes, so I don't give a shit what you wash. I'm not
So
doing
All
you
my
won't
kids do
wash
that,
your
bro.
drawers and your what? No, separate
Mhm.
the wash cloths and your socks and your
Yeah.
tops.
Mhm.
No.
Yeah,
Mhm.
don't do that. Yeah,
Yeah, they do all. They throw it all in there together. I'm like, why are you washing like this? I've told you how to do this. It takes too long. I'm like, all right, well, if you want blue socks,
Two
I
loads on
guess.
quick wash, that takes too long.
Right.
Set a
Right.
timer on your phone.
I don't.
Right.
I don't touch Jordan's laundry. My Sarah will still do Jordan's laundry. I don't.
Mhm.
If it's in my way, I go get him, and I'm like, go get your shit out of my way. I got stuff to do. Like I do our laundry because it's easy and I'm home. I'll just do it. Do 2 loads,
Right.
colors, whites, do the thing. But you know, when it was never a thing to me. Like it's easier for me to do it now, even with him being 23 damn years old and still being here. Like I'm not messing with him to do it, and he doesn't do it right anyway. So it's easier for me to just do it. So
They don't touch my laundry.
Oh,
They
no,
do
I'm
their
talking-
own
I'm talking-
laundry.
I'm talking
Yeah.
about the dishes and stuff like that. I do all that.
Oh.
I don't.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I still wash if I'm there. Like we wash everybody's laundry. If there's a basket in the laundry room and you see it or you walk past it, you got 30 minutes to have that motherfucker started because we a team and it worked. And you gonna want something.
Yeah. No, I mean, I do dishes and stuff just because he barely even eats here at all. So I
Right.
don't like. It's not like he misses out on dishes. So I don't worry about that at all.
Listen, I don't even if I go to the grocery store, I don't even take groceries out with the car.
Dang. No, I do that. I ain't got time.
So
But you have a different unit than I do. Like my son's
y'all gonna eat all these groceries in 2 days. Come on out here and put them up. If I got to cook too, you want me to bring them in, put them up, clean the kitchen and cook? Absolutely not.
Oh, yeah.
No.
No, I mean, and that's the thing with him. Like with my son, I can have him do anything most of the time.
Right.
I don't because I'm just like,
Right.
I don't have time.
And we just do it because we do it our way.
I just move faster than he does, and it gets damn nerves when people don't move at the speed I need them to. So I just limping, hobbling ass knee and everything. I just be like, I mean, he's a lot better now, especially now that I've been dealing with this knee shit. But
Right.
it's been better. But yeah, I don't know. I just going back to the conversation piece. Like if you can't have those deeper, tougher conversations, like it's a whole problem. Like why?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense to me as to why you wouldn't want to have those conversations.
And then I feel like if you don't start having those conversations, it becomes weird when you want to have those conversations or when one's ready and the other person's not. Like now it's just kind of like, how come I can't be honest with you? How come I can't explain or express my feelings to you now? So it's definitely like if you need to, that needs to be the foundation.
Right. I mean, and it's part of the, for me, I would assume it's part of the getting to know the other person that you're with. Like,
Yeah.
why wouldn't you lay that stuff out on the table? Why it becomes awkward when it's, oh, we're a year into this and now all of a sudden I understand why your head works the way it works. Like those are shit that you really need to lay out foundationally from the jump so that
From the very beginning.
damn blindsided. And like we were talking about earlier, like I understand why they feel defensive and why they feel like they've been blindsided because they are.
Yeah. Welcome back.
Welcome back to your own podcast. It's awesome that you keep.
Man, listen, I got to figure out what's going on with my stuff because this is frustrating me more than anything.
We're 50-50 now. It's
Now we could do some more practice episodes and we could talk our shit.
4 episodes in,
until we get it right.
2 of those he's hit the ejection seat on 2 times.
Man. And it's like for no reason, just out of nowhere, just my computer's like, all right, yeah, no more camera for you.
But at least it let me keep going. So that's all that matters.
Right.
Yeah, definitely kept recording.
Right. I did that last time too. So
okay.
I don't know what I missed, but I bet it was good. So
we just went back to the conversation about,
circle back as to why to have conversations earlier very important.
Why it's so important to continue to have those conversations.
Yeah.
And I said that having those, to Jason's point, I said Jason said having those conversations early.
Right.
And I feel like you need to, because it won't be a shock to you if you have that
Right.
conversation early, or you're a year in and she's like, oh, why are you talking to me like this? Or why are you feeling this way? And now I don't understand why you're feeling this way. So it's definitely like, it needs to be laid on the table. But the first few dates, when you feel like, oh, I like her, that's that time.
Yeah, it doesn't
So
have
she's not throwing off guard, or he not throwing off guard by you wilding out or acting crazy. Like, let them know I do have anxiety. Like, this is I love my alone time. You know, when this, XYZ or whatever the case may be. Like, express all those things. Like, I wouldn't feel comfortable if I did it.
Right.
Lord knows I don't want to date ever again. You know what I'm saying? But nah.
Well, it doesn't have to be like very first date. You don't have to be like, yeah, my head always sounds like you're dumping out your junk drawer on the
Right.
But I mean, you don't have to say shit like that. But you
Right.
can just be like,
Right.
listen, yeah, a couple dates in and you start really feeling it. Yeah, you can be like, hey, listen.
I think that's the most important key is that communication. Like, have
Because you don't want to waste nobody's time.
Right. Yeah. Well,
Because if you waste mine, now I'm mad. Now I got an attitude. Because I could have been over here XYZ, but you done wasted my time now for a whole 4 months. And now you crazy? Now you batshit crazy?
now,
Nah.
Right.
hiding that shit.
Right.
Yeah, you did good.
Right.
I don't like that though.
Sarah laughs at me because I call that the brochure stage. They'd be like, this is what you get when you come to Camp Jason. It's all sunshine, rainbows, gumdrops. You know, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, you forgot to read the fine print? I'm that shit, son.
Oh, I knock all this shit over.
Right. Communication and flexibility.
Yeah.
Flexibility is important. Like one of the biggest things I work with in couples is we come from our own family systems and we try to implement that into this family system. And sometimes that doesn't work. We have to create our own family system. And so being flexible on those things and open to new ideas or to finding something different.
So I learned that early on by Rissa coming from a single family. I mean, not single family, but being an only kid. Like, we learned that early on, like, that space, like I said earlier, that space and that time is important. And like how she grew up isn't how I grew up. Kind of similar, but completely different. As far as if we ever get into that story, but we definitely have similarities, but totally different. She was raised by her dad. I was raised with my mom and my stepdad. You know what I mean? So it was just kind of like knowing those things and understanding those things and why she reacts or does the things that she does makes it easier for me to understand. And her knowing the same for me, like what triggers me or what annoys me, like knowing those things, she already knows how to handle it. So it's not a shock.
Right. I had a couple I was just recently working with that he has ADHD, no, she has ADHD. And when they'd be out, they'd get to a point where she'd get overstimulated. Well, they both only drive in one car. So then he would have to leave too when he still wanted to stay. Like, he got his energy from others too, right? So he was more extroverted.
Right.
He got to a place, she would get to a place where she was overstimulated, needed to leave. And so part of their flexibility was, well, let's just drive 2 cars or catch an Uber home and we'd be good, right? Because I'm done. I can't do it. And so I need to leave. You can stay and do what you need to do. This is a compromise. We bring 2 cars or drive or get an Uber.
Right. And like, for me, I'm gonna support you the first couple times, but now I can't even enjoy it. This might sound selfish. Now I can't even enjoy something that I planned that I enjoy to do because you feel this way, or things, something may trigger you to feel this way. So you should drive because I ain't ready to go yet.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, I guess that does sound selfish, but like,
but it's not. It's being flexible, right? Like, even like
I bought these tickets for the Beyonce concert, and you feel tired. Well, then you go home,
right?
Because all the single ladies, like,
I'm gonna know because you're gonna put your hands up. No,
right.
But like honestly though, that's the thing. Like when like Chris knows, because when Sarah and I come to a retreat, Sarah Irish goodbye in a heartbeat. Sarah go to bed 8, 9, 9:30. Me and Chris be out 3, 4 o'clock in the morning because that's the thing. When she's reached her social battery, she goes to the room. I don't have a limit on my social battery, so my ass stays out until I'll be falling asleep in the club. I don't care. But
I'd be like, why you not staying? Rissa's the same way. Rissa right behind Sarah. It's cool. right behind her, like, oh, I'm going to bed. I'm done. Like the party's over.
You may get about another 45 minutes out of Rissa sometimes, and she may fall asleep in the club too.
So I'm like, well, all right, well, I'm gonna walk you back to the room, but I'm coming back to the party because I still got a little Dougie in me still. So we go, yeah, like, and it's 10 o'clock. It don't start till 11 for real.
Right.
So
Yeah. So communication, flexibility, having those conversations early. And if you didn't have the conversations early, have them as soon as you can. And asking for space is not selfish. It's important to the health of the relationship. So both of you can have your own individual needs met, space, time, and then you can contribute more to the relationship. And so, I mean, that's a good conversation, fellas. I think some people had some things they could take away from that. So let's move into Chris. We didn't tell you this before we started filming, but every guest host, we do something called the Blitz. All right.
Okay.
And so it's 5 would you rather questions and 5 quick hit questions. It's just really so that people can get to know you better as the guest host. Okay.
Jason set me up. That's okay. Gotcha.
These are Chat GPT generated questions.
Right. Yeah. So
we don't know what they are.
Right. Yeah. So I have Chat GPT just generate 10 questions. And so I'm just going to ask you what they are. Feel free to answer or plead the fifth if you need to on any of them that you need to. The first episode we did, it was like, what is one thing that your wife doesn't know about you or something like that? It doesn't know you did. And he was like, I'm not finna answer that. I'm like, I wouldn't either. Like,
you don't know. I'm damn sure not letting the internet know.
Right. All right. So
you all want to see this?
Don't worry. We got 4 or 5 people, and it's mostly my family.
Is this a safe space?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Would you rather have 0 alone time ever again, or too much alone time with no family time?
Run it back one more time.
Would you rather have 0 alone time ever again, or too much alone time with no family time?
No time, because I need my family.
Right.
I need my kids. I need my wife. I need everybody.
All that. Yeah, absolutely.
Because they fill me up.
Would you rather your wife read all of your private thoughts or never truly understand you at all?
Probably read all my private thoughts.
Okay.
Just because she would understand me and know me even better.
Would you rather hide in the bathroom for 30 minutes of peace or get a full day alone but owe your wife a week of chores?
I'm gonna do the chores because I do the chores anyway.
Right. All right. Would you rather always be needed by your kids or never be asked for help again?
Needed by my children.
Would you rather have your
on a day? Because sometimes they be anxious for too much shit. No, I'm just kidding.
Would you rather have your wife assume you don't like being around her or have your kids assume you don't like being around them?
My kids know I don't like being around them. I'd rather be around their mama.
Right. I said the same thing. I'm like, kids are gone. My wife, I don't ever want my wife to assume that.
At this point, y'all fill me up, but she filled me all the way up. Okay, this cup gonna be full. So y'all can't do that.
Actually, she emptied me out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so all
and
that.
She gonna. I tell her, my gas tank on E, baby. What's up?
Right. Right. All right. 5 quick hit questions. What's the best solo meal you've ever had?
Best solo
meal, like eat
meal.
Yeah.
Shit, when I say in Krispy Kreme parking lot by myself, eat my donuts before I go home.
Okay. All right.
And tell the kids I bought them a 6-pack.
What's the most embarrassing thing you've ever done in public?
I don't think I ever get embarrassed because I'm a free spirit. I don't think it's embarrassing, but I've been to like nude beaches. I've been to a nude resort.
Okay.
But I wasn't embarrassed.
Okay.
I wasn't. I was actually. But let's go ahead.
You got out there nervous, but when you got out there, you're like, oh, yeah.
All I had was a wristband.
What's your go-to hiding spot when you need a breather?
My office.
Okay.
And my office is where me and I go change the oil in my office. I go, you know, cook in the kitchen in my office. Just get my mind right.
If you could instantly be amazing at any sport, which one would you pick?
Probably basketball, because all my brothers play. I mean, I can play, but all my brothers are all taller than me, even my sister, so it would be basketball.
Okay. What's the pettiest reason you've wanted alone time from your family?
The pettiest reason, I'm petty as fuck anyway, so it could be anything. Like your shoe could be tied wrong, and I'm like, why? And I need a minute. I don't know. Let me see. Or if I'm just not in the mood, I'd just be like, I'm good. Like, give me a minute, and I'll holler at y'all in a minute. So it really don't have to be petty. It could just be my mood or however I'm feeling, where I just be like, I just need a second, and I don't really ask. I just take it because it's gonna happen anyway.
Right.
So
Right. Okay. All right. Well, that was the blitz. Appreciate you. So
yes, sir.
finish this sentence, fellas. Yes, you can love your wife and still miss being alone because
you communicate that with her effectively, and she understands you, and you understand her.
Right.
Yeah, because everybody needs time. Everybody needs a minute.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely. All right, Chris, if people want to connect with you, how can they connect with you outside of the podcast?
Well, I'm Christopher Stewart on all platforms, or bariatric_bro on every social media platform, so you can follow me there.
Okay. Jason?
Same thing. I am the THA_Smithsonian_ on all platforms with Jason Smith on Facebook. You know, you'll really be able to find me because it's a really uncommon name. Good luck. May the force be with you. No, that's it for me.
All right. And I'm at the giant_therapist on all platforms. Don't forget to follow us everywhere at the MAJO Podcast.
And if you don't follow me, I'm not gonna follow you.
Right. So at the MAJO Podcast, again, that's on every platform. Follow us, like, subscribe, share, subscribe, let people know about the MAJO Podcast. Next week, we have a dope guest host on. Excited for him to be there here. The episode topic is raising girls in a world that's nuts. So hope you guys tune in next week.
You know what? If I can use the same invite, I'm gonna come back to that one.
Okay.
I'm gonna come back to that one and pop up on the podcast.
Okay. So we appreciate y'all tuning in for this and being a part of the MAJO Podcast. Chris, man, we appreciate you being a part of this episode, man. Brought a good energy.
Yes, sir. Appreciate
Enjoyed
you,
the conversation. We'll see y'all on the next one.
All right, y'all.
Yes, sir. Peace.